Ready for a hack to experience a lot more happiness, energy, and success? We'll focus on making yourself proud. What is up, you amazing human? My name is Ben Hart, and in today's video we'll be talking about how focusing on making yourself proud leads to so much goodness in your life. If you dig this content and want to see more like it in the future, hit the subscribe button below. And if there's people out there you think might benefit from this video, hit the like button, leave a comment, it'll help it get out there to them. Alright, so to begin, I'm going to tell you a little story, and then we're going to go into tips for how to make yourself more proud, how to put your attention there, how to do that in a way that can create a lot more happiness and success. So this story happened a number of years ago, and I was climbing Mount Shasta, which is a over 14,000 foot mountain in Northern California. And it was my second time climbing it. And so, there's snow up there, so you have like crampons on, you have your ice axe, you're doing the whole thing. And I went up there with 3 friends the second time I was doing it. And, the first time I did it, it was so hard, so intense, really put me to my max for 12 hours straight as you get up at 4 a.m. and you go to the summit, and then you make sure to come down before the afternoon. It takes a long time to come down. Certainly when people are coming down, that's when a lot of people die because you're tired, and that you're just coming down the mountain, and there's so much stuff that can happen with the scree, the rocks, and there's a lot. There's a lot to be aware of, and it's amazing exercise and staying super present as well as super connected to the body and pushing yourself right to your edge. And so the first time was a huge ordeal, a huge initiation. I was really happy to have completed it. And the second time I went and did it, I had almost a different mentality, and I had different insights about it, and it became easier for me. And I remember, though it was still really, really hard, really pushed myself to the edge for 12, 14 hours, whatever it was. And I remember coming off the mountain, coming right down at the end of the decline to the base camp, to my tent, to my friends and I all coming to the bottom, and I was by myself. And I remember as I kind of got off the incline, I said to myself out loud, "Ben, I'm so proud of you." And as soon as I said that, I just started weeping. I just felt tears of happiness, tears of joy, tears of self-appreciation, tears of how much I had faced this hard thing and really pushed myself and pushed myself and pushed myself. And even though it was easier the second time, there was something so powerful about telling myself that I was proud of myself and what I had just done. And what I realized in that moment was how rarely I felt proud of myself. How rarely I consciously acknowledged myself in a really deep way for how I was showing up, for what I was putting effort into, and for what I was accomplishing. And this was a number of years ago, and it created a whole inquiry for me around relationship to self and being proud of myself. And so I want to offer some tips on this because I feel like it's such a valuable thing, because what is wrapped up in feeling proud of oneself is, the ideals we hold for ourselves, the bar we hold for ourselves, what we see ourselves as capable of, which includes so much of what we are capable of and what our potential is. And so wrapped up in there, I feel like is a lot for us around what we know we could do, what we know we could be competent at, what we know we could potentially be capable of, and what if we actually put ourselves toward it and do it, we can feel deep pride if we accomplish it. So let's just talk about this for a second. What I think is really important for feeling pride in yourself is, number one, going toward what you want. So many of us, we don't actually go after the things that we most want in life because we're scared, because we think we can't have it, because we think we're not enough, because we think we're not capable. And if we make that decision not to go toward what we want, we've lost. We're for sure not getting it. The game is over. But letting ourselves get into the arena, letting ourselves go toward the things that we most desire, creates a whole new adventure, a whole new game. Even if you don't end up accomplishing it or achieving it or having it, just being on the path toward it unleashes so much energy, enthusiasm, excitement, because you're going toward what you want. You're actually saying yes to yourself. And so it's so important for us to say yes to what we want and to move toward it. And as we do that, it's so much about the effort and the perseverance that we bring to it, because going after what you want often is going to put you outside of your comfort zone. So there's kind of two things here. There's one, like bringing effort, bringing perseverance, being willing to stick with it, being able to stay committed. And certainly, a lot of us have things about commitment and about effort and about are we going to be putting in effort on things that we don't actually want, or it has to be an inquiry there around your relationship to commitment and effort, because certainly there'll be times when you'll go for something you want and then you'll realize it's no longer true for you. And it needs to be true to let go of that and move in the new direction as you learn something new about yourself. But for sure, there are times when it's just about sticking with it. It's just about saying, I want this, and I don't know if I can have it, but I'm going to do everything I can to move toward it. I'm going to do everything I can to climb this mountain for the next 12 hours. And I don't know if I can make it to the top, but I'm going to give it my best. And fully putting yourself behind something, fully giving your life energy to something, fully sticking with it with focus and determination can unlock and unleash so much energy, so much power, and so much self-appreciation. So I'll talk about that self-appreciation piece in a moment. But so knowing and going toward what you want, having the effort, having the determination, putting in the perseverance, and then with that, letting yourself go outside your comfort zone. So much of what we want in life puts us right to our growth edge, right to the edge of what we feel comfortable doing. To have things that we don't have, we have to become people who we have not yet become. We have to be willing to let go of who we've been to become something new. And that takes us right to the edge of what feels comfortable, even beyond what feels comfortable. And being willing to step beyond your comfort zone is such an important piece to having what you want and to feeling pride in yourself. And then the last piece to this is, as you do that, as you clarify what you want, as you go toward it with effort and determination, as you step outside of your comfort zone, acknowledge yourself. Celebrate yourself. It's so important for us to really see the ways that we are stepping up, that we are stepping towards what is most important for us, that we are really showing up for our lives. It can be easy to say, I will not celebrate myself until I reach that far off goal. And what I really found when I stepped off that mountain and realized was the lack of self-appreciation, the lack of being proud of myself for the ways that I was showing up for my life, for the ways that I was going toward what I wanted, was a real deterrent to me actually going for more. There was a way that I wasn't creating a loop of full exertion, full going for it, and full acknowledgement and appreciation that then would allow me to feel more, to feel the positive energy of that, and to continue. So, there are 4 steps that I'm talking about here that are so important for us to begin to dive more deeply into in our lives, which is going for what you want, putting in the effort and determination, staying committed, having the ability and the willingness to go outside of your comfort zone again and again and again, and in doing all of that, being willing to appreciate, celebrate, acknowledge yourself for it. And in all of that, such a feeling of self-pride can arise. As you feel proud of yourself, you're not going to feel proud of yourself for things that don't matter. You're going to feel proud of yourself for the things that really matter to you. And why I'm making this link between you feeling proud of yourself and having more happiness, more fulfillment, all these good things that you want in life, is because you will not be able to feel proud of yourself unless you're doing what really matters, unless you're taking on the significant things that are part of who you are, of what your dreams are, of what is most significant to you in life. And so my invitation is to really look at, what would it take for me to feel proud of myself? What would it take for you to feel proud of yourself? And there might be some big dreams you have about what you want your life to be. And it could be really simple things of just today, of exercising today. I think that's a really important component to this, is actually recognizing that, in the beginning, it may be hard to feel proud of yourself unless you do something really massive. But a part of actually having more momentum and more drive and more energy unlocked is being able to feel proud of yourself for even the small steps. Because giant journeys are created through small steps. And every small step in the direction of what you truly want is a huge win and is something to feel proud of. And it changes who you are. It changes your comfort zone. It changes your capacity. It changes your power. It changes your skills. So begin to bring attention to what you are doing. and what you do want to do that might be small, that actually is something you could feel a lot of pride about. I feel really proud that I've journaled every day for months. Like every morning I wake up and I do my morning pages, and it is huge for me. It is such a life-affirming, clarifying, direction-setting practice for me that I'm so proud that I have stuck with. And it is now a part of who I am. I can't imagine not doing it. And there are so many little things that I want to invite you to begin to acknowledge yourself for, begin to celebrate, and begin to look at and think about, okay, great, I feel some pride about this little piece. How could I feel even more proud? How could I feel even more proud of myself? What would it take for me to feel proud of myself today and this week and this month? And begin to feel that, because in that conversation with yourself is you steering yourself toward what really matters to you, and you looking at how much effort am I putting in, you looking at how willing am I to go to my edge, you willing to celebrate yourself, because feeling proud of yourself has nothing to do with anyone else. It's getting outside of the game of comparison. It's getting outside of the game of what is that person up to and how can I compare myself to them. It's coming back to yourself and saying, okay, here I am right now. What would it take for me to feel proud of myself? And flex that muscle of celebrating the little things. Hold the big vision for where you want to go. Feel pride as you cross these milestones of things that you want to create and be and do in your life. And every day you can feel proud of yourself. So my offer to you right in this moment would just be, first, let's just practice that muscle of acknowledging yourself. What is one thing that you are proud about from your life? Just one thing. What's one thing that you have done? What's one thing that you have created? What's one thing that maybe even just something from today? What's something that you can acknowledge yourself for right now that you are proud about? And I invite you to just call that up right now, whatever it is. And if it's hard, please carry that with you and really inquire into it. Why is it hard? And where can you acknowledge yourself? Find something that you're proud of, and then find another, and then find another. And flex that muscle of being able to be proud of yourself. And if you really are having a hard time not finding anything, the next invitation is identify something that you could do or you could be or you could create that would have you feel proud of yourself. What is something you could do today to feel proud of yourself? Something easy. It doesn't have to be huge. Just choose something and then do it. It could be simple as drinking a glass of water. It could be getting outside for 5 minutes for a walk. It could be calling your mom and having a heartfelt conversation. What is just something that would have you actually just feel proud of what you just did, And again, it's often at the edge of our comfort zone where we actually are going to feel proud, where we're actually going to feel wow, that took something. So much of what we feel proud about is the places where it took something from us. So identify something that takes something. For me in the early days of making YouTube videos, it was a huge deal. I felt super proud of myself any time I made a video. And now I feel, I still feel pride. I still celebrate myself when I create a video. But for me now, it's more just I'm continuing to create. And my continual willingness to create continues to have me at my comfort edge, and I continue to celebrate it. And so find what's something where, maybe it's posting on social media, maybe it's, telling somebody something that, is more truthful, more honest that you haven't been willing to say. But find something that you can feel proud about today and do that. And then celebrate yourself. And just let this virtuous cycle go, because it is such an important conversation to be in with ourselves. What does it take for you to be proud of yourself? Be in that inquiry, be in that journey, show up for yourself with the effort, with the determination, with the clarity of where I want to go. And things may shift and change as you go. You might not always know exactly what you want, but I guarantee you can find something every day that would have you feel proud of yourself and begin to orient your life in that way. Become in that relationship with yourself. It's almost like self-competition, but in a really beautiful, powerful, encouraging, challenging, the whole 9 yards of just what am I capable of? Let me show up for that. Let me feel proud of that. Let me celebrate that. All right, my friend. Be proud of yourself. Get it. Such a good thing. May it bring much happiness, success, energy, so much goodness. If you dug this video and want to see more like it in the future, hit the subscribe button below. And again, if there's people out there you think might benefit from this video, hit the like button, leave a comment. It'll help them feel more proud about themselves. All right, until next time, I'm Ben Hart. Much love.